What's going on, everybody? Doc, Average Gamer Guys, back yet again into another very interesting raid on Escape from Tarkov. So we're going to jump into this thing here, and as the title probably lays out, this was a game of perseverance, is what I would say. So this is a couple. I'll say a very shortened highlight of a recent raid we had on stream a couple of days ago, and I kind of want to talk about this game a little bit. I want to talk about some of the frustration. I also want to talk about sometimes it pays to just try to work through the issue and be patient. So right from the rip, we jump into this raid again. We had been having some pretty successful raids up through this point, not having too much connection issues. Our scav raids have been going fine, and I had some tasks on Shoreline that I wanted to get done. Also working to try to grab some loot. So basically, you saw at the start there, we tried to load in, and basically didn't even get through the deploy sequence, and we got kicked. So I kind of knew from the outset that this wasn't going to be good. As we kind of transition into the raid, I did not realize how bad off it was going to be, and I'm just really, really glad at the end of the day. I'm glad I stuck it out. I did my best with editing magic here to remove the transitions and hopefully make it feel pretty fluid. You're also going to hear throughout the course of of the raid just some of the chat discussion I had going on with my chat in Twitch. Kind of talking about the game, talking about some of the issues. You know, one thing I really want to highlight from the get-go is it's been few and far games between that I've put as much time into at the outset of a game that I have with this one. I really, really enjoy it. It's a great solo experience, to be honest. There's a lot about it that I really, really like. The server issues, has been something that's been talked about, and again, I know I haven't been playing the game for very long. Those that have been playing it way, way longer than I have talked about that this has been a pretty consistent issue, but it seemed to have flared up with the recent change in popularity for this game, which again is a good and a bad thing. I had an opportunity to watch the most recent podcast that they did. They talked about how there's a pretty significant dedicated team to working on fixing this issue, and they're putting a lot of resources and effort into that. So I can very much appreciate it. This by no means is a knock against Battlestate Games or EFT, but it is a reality of this game. And I think the frustrating part about it is, unlike another multiplayer game or another game that has an online functionality, in a lot of sense, you may lose progress if you lose connection to a server, right? I think about Apex. If you're playing a ranked game and you lose your connection to the server and it boots you, you're going to get, minus your RP and things like that. But in reality, you really don't lose a whole lot. Sometimes you might get a ban, and I understand that's frustrating. But there is no game more punishing than this one when it comes to essentially losing connection or dying, right? So there's not really a good system in this game for if you lose connection in a server to get your stuff back. Now, you may get the insurance back. Hopefully it happens for everybody, but sometimes I don't believe that it does. And I think that's the frustrating part. So you're going to hear as we kind of move through this raid, I kind of, again, I'm chatting with my chat during this. I'm just talking about the frustration of, what's essentially potentially going to happen. I have the wherewithal, I guess, to stick this out. I think most people do not. I did not come across any players in the entirety of the raid. I don't even know if players populated in, which is really interesting for a map like Shoreline with the potential loot that's in the buildings and in the resort, which I end up making out with a pretty decent haul, was really beneficial for me, but also really frustrating that I did get to capitalize a little bit more on it. It just goes to show, like, what I find very interesting from this community, from the podcast, from the community that I've seen, is just the passion around wanting this game to work because so many people really, really do enjoy it. It is crazy. Again, it's blown up in popularity. I think rightly so. It's incredibly fun. I was talking with the chat, and you may hear it throughout the video, just talking with my chat about how there's fewer games for me. There's very few games for me that have as rewarding of a sense of, winning a fight with other players in this game, winning a 2v1 or a 3v1, getting a bunch of loot, and then being able to survive a raid successfully. Add on to that, being able to get tasks complete, and kind of working towards the completion of this game it's incredible. And I think it's because the stakes are so high that make it so interesting, that make it so much fun to, basically risk reward. The risk that you're putting into this comparative to pretty much any other game, you don't get that. You don't get that with a lot of other games. And again, I think it adds, unfortunately, to the frustration of the issues that the game has seen as of late. Again, right here, I'm picking up a graphics card. Like, this is a huge pickup for me. That's fantastic. And I get a server connection issue, right? So, there's the value of, obviously, this raid. There's the value of this item. There's also now the sense of, like, man, I've gotten in. Essentially gotten lucky enough to grab this spawn. I want to be able to make it out. So, and on top of that, not lose all the gear that I have. Came into this raid relatively well geared, and was obviously hoping to be successful and trying to work towards that. So, again, I just kind of want to share this one. It was a tale of perseverance for me. I enjoyed it. It was frustrating, I think, for myself and for the chat, but the sense of relief at the end when I was able to pull it out. And I think we had, I want to say 17, maybe more. I'm not sure. I'll have to count the disconnects. We had a lot. We had a lot of server connection issues. We had a lot of disconnects, reloads. I spent almost the entire time in this raid, and I would say I spent over half of it loading back into it. Interestingly enough, they had the Code Red tournament just the other day, and some of the streamers dealt with some similar issues, which I found unfortunate, and I think it just highlights one of the key probably complaints for the community at this point. But it seems like they're constantly working towards it too, so that I do appreciate. They acknowledge it. A lot of other companies would just tweet out, say we're working on a fix, which Battlestate Games does, but then maybe not follow up and maybe not put as much emphasis on it. And I feel like there's a lot of emphasis from the team to get it right and to make this game be what a lot of people really want it to be and be successful. So again, enjoy the raid as much as you can. I tried to eliminate as much of the transitions as possible, not put you through the pain of working through it, and but you can share a little bit of the misery and maybe a little bit of laughs with me as we go through it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, and we'll catch you at the end. All right, now I need 314. Come on, stabilize for me. Give me just a couple of minutes, game. Please. That's all I'm asking. Couple of minutes. We might be in business here, boys. We might have stabilized out, which would be amazing. Okay, nope. As soon as I... There's a red key card spawn in there. Damn it, man. We made good progress. Okay. Like, some great loot from this would be amazing if I can actually get out of here. I'm hoping I'm not... Hopefully I'm not wasting my time here. I don't remember where the LEDX spawn is. I think it's right here. Alright. We DQ'd again. Come on, game! Probably very easy to get obsessed. Okay. Gosh, I wish there was a LEDX here. Alright, so I hit that. Where the hell is 218? Am I stupid? I lost it again, boys. Dude, I'm so close. Alright, so counted me opening the door. It's counting me grab that loot. I shouldn't even loot these, but the stuff inside of these can be so good. I'll grab this. I'll grab this. I honestly need the milk. I don't think I care any about that. I do want the morphine. We lost it again. I'm getting like 20 seconds at a time here. It's crazy this keeps loading me back in, man. Okay, there's 217. Here's 218. This is the room I was looking for. Is it still $10? Did I? Okay. I got into the room. Shoot. Okay, where am I? I think I can pretty much just avoid this guy. Because I don't think I'm going to be able to shoot him. I hope I'm on the side of the fence. Okay. Alright. Work with me here, game. We got 5 minutes. Oh, that's not good. That's a lake there. I don't know this map at night, so... I'm very close. Very, very close. Good thing I was on full auto, boys. Alright, game, hold for me for 4 seconds. Please get me out. Please, 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 please let this work. Yes, dude. Please, get me back to the main screen. That's all I'm asking. Please, please, please. Main screen, no errors. We did it, boys! Holy shit, we did it! Oh my god. Oh. I got it all. I got the loot. I got that kill. Oh. My patience paid off. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, especially the finish there. We just narrowly escape this raid, and again, honestly, some fantastic loot. Graphics card, hand drill, couple of weapons. I mean, it was good. It was good for the patience to work through that. We got the task complete with the cargo part 1. So all in all, pretty solid. And what I would just want to make really clear as we finish this video up, again, do appreciate the support. If you stuck through it, if you enjoyed it, like, comment, subscribe. Feel free. We stream this game very, very often. So if you enjoy it and you want to come participate, learn a little bit more about it, chat with me about the game, or just kind of hang out, be sure to give us a follow over on Twitch. Join the Discord so you can stay up to date whenever we go live. And we're doing pretty good at streaming just about every day, every other day, and definitely on the weekends. But the last thing I want to leave you with is, again, huge fan of this game. I don't want this to come off the wrong way. But this is unfortunately the reality of the game, and something that we're continuing to work through. And it's hopefully just going to continue to get better. I'm just glad my patience paid off. Sometimes patience is really a virtue, and sometimes you just got to kind of persevere through. So I've been Doc, Average Gamer, guys. As always, thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.